Montage, Laguna Beach. And you were telling me, we just had dinner, we'll talk about dinner in a few seconds, but before we had dinner, it starts with this stove that you have here. There's a story with the stove, tell us.
So this stove is a Moltini stove, which is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's the Ferrari of stoves. So what's great...
Even though it's French, and Ferrari's Italian.
That's true. That's true. It's just fantastic quality. And what you have is one piece that was custom made for studio, shipped in overnight. They made the slab, put it down here, built the restaurant around the stove. This is really the heart and soul of studio.
So no, you're the, working hard in Soul of Studio. You're from San Diego, you're from the area.
I am.
You've been traveling different places throughout the world, starting to Washington DC, then that went out, and Spain. And I was wondering why there were so many Spanish influences on your menu now. I know you were in Spain for 2 years, back to LA, and now here.
Yep.
And you love to use local produce, right?
Absolutely. In fact, I have a farm that's just south of us in San Clemente. It's VGRF Farms. It's an amazing place that the guy really sold me on his produce when he promised me he would pick and deliver produce the same day. All organic, great varieties, mostly Italian type of things. I get my Swiss chard and little zucchini flowers when they're in season, or all kinds of fun things. But it's super fresh, very local.
And then you were telling me also the hotel is very keen on Assistability. So you recycle your garbage in a way that it can be recycled, and it's also using local produce cuts on the pollution that you're creating, buying produce from further away, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's what we want to do is be responsible. So we're doing things like, recycling all our plastic and paper and things like that. Plus we have a composting program that we use for the gardens around the hotel, and later I'll have a vegetable garden as well.
To even get fresher vegetables, you're going to have your own garden.
I'm going to pick them right outside the front door of the restaurant. I can't wait.
So you're going to grow everything in there, everything as much as you can, vegetable and herb, right?
As much as possible. So there are herbs already on the property, and we're going to increase it to a whole bunch of vegetables. I love citrus, so we're going to put some citrus trees in.
Talking about citrus, let's talk about the dinner we had. I have to say, it's very classical. There's nothing too adventurous, there's no molecular twist on your cuisine. It's very based on, let's say, classic French technique, adapted to, of course, California. You're from here, and then we're here. So the second course, which was Harachi, came with, tell us what it is.
Well, this is one of the fun products that we're using now, and what it is these little finger limes. So finger limes are a cool product that...
They're green.
They're green, and what makes it cool is you can squeeze out the fruit, and it comes out like caviar. It tastes like lime, but it looks like caviar. It has almost the pop texture in your mouth when you eat it. So it's using these cool ingredients, taking a great quality fish, putting them together in a fun presentation. But using citrus and fish is classic. It's just the presentation and a fun little ingredient. Yeah, it's just having fun with the food. That's what I want to do.
And then also, before you were a chef, your mother was the cook in the family. Your grandfather was the chef.
Yes.
So you learned your passion for food with your mom, and yes, your family thing. You were a pastry chef. So you do the desserts yourself.
I do.
Explain to me dessert number one that we had, which I think was very, very intriguing, very interesting.
Well, the citrus is coming from a farm just south of us called
What was the name of the dessert?
It is a gratin of pomelo, which is the grapefruit. Pink grapefruit gratin has a pink grapefruit chabouste, and then we use a biscotti made of almond and a praline ice cream. So we warm the grapefruit and then put a little praline ice cream on top.
And dessert number two, olive oil. What do you do with the olive oil?
It's an olive oil inspired dessert. So the cake is actually a recipe from one of my cooks in Spain's mom. And it's made with, it's basically a pound cake that has flour, eggs, sugar, but instead of butter we're using olive oil. We bake the cake, and then I'm trying to use some classic desserts like crema catalana, which is kind of like a creme brulee from Spain that has a cream and then a caramel crust on top. And in between that crust, that's made out of an orange tuile, and using some segments of oranges that have been marinated in olive oil and in olive oil ice cream. And because
the olive oil ice cream, you're skipping it out really fast, but it was very delicious, very inventive.
Well, you know, because it's all extra virgin olive oil from Spain, I call it the Spanish Virgin.
Well, it was perfect. It was a great meal. Thank you so much, Chef.